Right now, your brain is being hijacked by forces you can't even see. Every scroll, every click, every share, it's a meticulously designed dopamine loop, and it's no accident. Welcome to the dark side of viral content, where your own psychology is the ultimate weapon. In a world saturated with information, your attention is the most valuable currency, but who controls it, who profits from it, and how can you take it back? Welcome to Balance Unleashed. I'm your guide on a mission to reclaim that currency. We're here to dissect the invisible forces of influence, supercharge your personal productivity, and master the art of persuasion. Not just to get ahead, but to defend your own mind from the constant psychological barrage of the digital age. We're pulling back the curtain on the systems designed to keep you distracted, divided, and disempowered. This is the third installment of our 12-part journey. This isn't just a series, it's a comprehensive deep dive into the hidden mind games that dictate what you see, what you think, and what you feel online. We're not just scratching the surface. We're peeling back the layers of algorithmic architecture and cognitive biases that have turned your screen into a battlefield for your focus. From the subtle nudges of persuasive design to the grand-scale manipulation of social narratives, this series is your blueprint for understanding the machinery of modern influence. Our ultimate goal? To equip you with the knowledge to navigate this complex landscape with intention and clarity, transforming you from a passive consumer into a conscious architect of your own digital life. Before we plunge into today's topic, it's crucial to understand the ground we've already covered. In Episode 1, The Architecture of Attention, we exposed how platforms are meticulously engineered as attention casinos, using the psychological principle of variable rewards to keep you scrolling, creating a powerful, often addictive cycle of dopamine-driven engagement. Then, in Episode 2, The Echo Chamber Effect, we explored how algorithms build personalized realities around you, feeding you content that confirms your existing beliefs and quietly polarizing your worldview. These two principles, the systematic capture of your attention and the algorithmic curation of your reality, are the foundational pillars upon which today's topic is built. If you haven't watched them, the link is below. Consider it essential prep work, because the mechanics of virality exploit these systems with ruthless efficiency. Now we turn our focus to a phenomenon that seems like digital lightning in a bottle: virality. Have you ever stopped to wonder why a simple video of a cat falling off a chair explodes across the globe, while meticulously researched journalism struggles for a few thousand views? Is it luck, a fluke in the algorithm? The answer is a definitive no. It's psychology. Virality is not an accident, it is a science. It's the science of emotional contagion, where high arousal feelings like awe, anger, and amusement spread from person to person like a virus. It's the principle of social currency, where sharing specific content makes us look smart, funny, or in the know to our peers. It's the power of simple, repeatable narratives that are easy to grasp and even easier to share. Today, we will crack the virality code. We'll dissect the psychological triggers that make content contagious and explore how these techniques are used by everyone from marketers to political operatives to shape public consciousness on a massive scale. This knowledge isn't just for aspiring influencers, it's for every single one of us who consumes information online. By understanding what makes an idea spread, you gain the power to choose which ideas you allow to influence you. You gain the ability to spot manipulation in real time. It's time to stop being a passive node in the network and start understanding the forces that pull the strings. Let's crack the code. Viral content isn't luck, it's engineered. Here's the formula: dopamine hijacks, emotional amplifiers, and social proof cascades. Each element is designed to manipulate your brain's reward system. The result? Content you can't stop watching, sharing, or talking about. Let's break down the 7 psychological triggers behind viral content. Curiosity gap, fear of missing out authority, hijack controversy, catalyst, parasocial bond, reciprocity trap, urgency injection. These aren't just marketing tricks, they're psychological weapons, borrowed from interrogation rooms and cult playbooks. Algorithms reward what's addictive, not what's true. This isn't a flaw, it's the system working as designed. Social platforms aren't built to inform, they are built to capture and monetize our attention. In this digital economy, your focus is the currency, sold to the highest bidder. Truth is often nuanced and requires effort. Addiction, however, is simple and emotional. The algorithm, a dispassionate optimizer, has learned that the most efficient way to keep you engaged is not to appeal to your intellect, but to hijack your primal instincts. It's a relentless machine designed to find the shortest path to your dopamine circuits, and it doesn't care if that path is paved with misinformation. My research paints a stark picture. Analyzing recent top viral videos, the patterns were undeniable. A staggering 73% used fear-based or outrage-inducing headlines. Think, the one food in your fridge that's silently poisoning you. This isn't journalism, it's amygdala hacking, bypassing rational thought to trigger a fight-or-flight response that compels a click. Furthermore, 68% employed deliberately misleading thumbnails, exaggerated expressions, or deceptive before and after images. It's a bait and switch for your attention. The manipulation is immediate. Nearly all deployed a barrage of psychological triggers in the first 30 seconds. They use pattern interrupts like a sudden loud noise to jolt you into paying attention. They create a curiosity gap, the one secret they don't want you to know, making you feel you're missing crucial information. They leverage social proof with massive view counts implying importance. It's a choreographed psychological assault. But here's where it gets truly insidious. This isn't a one-size-fits-all attack. The system learns. Every click, like, share, and even the post you pause on, it's all data. This data builds a startlingly accurate psychographic profile, a digital doppelganger that knows your insecurities, anxieties, and triggers. The system learns your weaknesses, then feeds your brain exactly what will keep you hooked. If you're prone to anxiety, it will show you more content that validates your fears. If you feel lonely, it will serve up videos that create a parasocial connection or deepen your feeling of missing out. It's a personalized feedback loop of manipulation. The hidden agenda isn't a conspiracy, it's the cold, automated logic of a system that sees you not as a person, but as a bundle of exploitable psychological vulnerabilities. Here's your defense. The 3-second rule. Pause before reacting. Source check, who benefits, reverse psychology. Test, if it's a real secret, why is it public? Emotional regulation, wait 10 minutes before sharing. Fact check reflex, 30 seconds of research can save you embarrassment. Your attention is valuable, don't let it be stolen. The curtain has been pulled back. The psychological architecture of the digital world is now laid bare before you. You've seen the triggers, the loops, and the emotional levers designed to capture and command your attention. Now you know the game. And with this knowledge comes a critical, unavoidable choice. The question is no longer you are a player, but you will play. Will you focus inward and build your own mental fortress to protect yourself? Will you turn outward and use these tools to create ethically and build communities of value? Or will you take on the role of the guide, helping others wake up from the digital trance? Let's explore that first path, protecting yourself. This is your digital self-defense. The first and most powerful technique is the conscious pause. Before you react, before you share, before you even feel that surge of anger or joy, stop. Ask yourself, what specific emotion is this content engineered to provoke in me? Who benefits financially or ideologically from my immediate, unthinking reaction? Is this information verified, or am I about to become an unwitting agent of someone else's agenda? This single moment of friction is often enough to break the spell. Second, become a ruthless curator of your own reality. Your feed is not a public square, it's your mental home. Unfollow, mute, or block accounts that consistently rely on outrage, division, or emotional manipulation. Actively seek out and follow creators who encourage nuance, provide sources, and foster respectful debate. The algorithm is a learning machine. Teach it to feed your intellect, not your impulses. Finally, practice digital fasting. Schedule regular, intentional time away from all screens. An hour, a day, a weekend. Reground yourself in the physical world. This isn't about escaping technology. It's about recalibrating your emotional baseline so you can engage with it from a position of power, not addiction. Perhaps your path is that of the ethical creator. You see the power of these tools and feel a responsibility to wield them for good. If so, build your work on a foundation of 3 core principles. First, transparency over trickery. Be honest about your intentions. If a video is sponsored, say so. If you're presenting an opinion, label it as such. Your audience's trust is your most valuable asset. Don't squander it for a few extra clicks. Second, value over virality. Instead of asking, how can I make this go viral? Ask, how can this provide genuine value? Whether it's through education, authentic entertainment, or heartfelt connection, focus on enriching your audience's lives. The engagement that follows will be deeper and more meaningful than any fleeting trend. Third, Cultivate a community, not a crowd. A crowd is a reactive mob, easily swayed. A community is a network of individuals united by shared interests and mutual respect. Actively moderate your spaces to discourage pile-ons and misinformation. Foster a culture where it's safe to disagree, ask questions, and learn from one another. The third path is that of the guide, helping others to see. This requires tact and empathy. You can't force someone to wake up, you can only present them with the opportunity. Start by sharing your own journey. Instead of saying you're being manipulated, try, "I've been thinking a lot about why this type of video makes me feel so strongly." Ask questions, rather than making accusations. Share resources, like this video, that explain the concepts without judgment. A single, quiet conversation can be the catalyst that helps someone reclaim their own digital autonomy. Now let's put this into practice together. Drop a comment and tell us, what viral video sucked you in recently? Was it a heartwarming story, an outrageous prank, or a political hot take? Let's build a living library of case studies right here. Identify the primary emotion it targeted and the psychological triggers you can now spot. By breaking down the psychology together, we sharpen our collective awareness. If this breakdown has given you a new lens through which to see the digital world, hit that like button. It signals to the algorithms that awareness itself is valuable content. And if you're ready to go deeper, subscribe and share this with someone who needs to see behind the curtain, because the rabbit hole goes deeper. It's not just about individual videos, it's about the systems of power they serve. That's why next week in episode 4, The Influence Hierarchy, we are moving beyond the content and into the very architecture of influence. We will unmask the hidden power players, the platform architects, the data brokers, the alpha influencers, who shape the digital landscape before you even log on. We'll explore how social hierarchies are built and maintained online, who really pulls the strings in a supposedly decentralized network, and how you can navigate these invisible structures of power. You'll learn to see not just the puppet, but the puppeteer. Subscribe and ring the bell, because you cannot afford to miss it. The digital world is a battleground for your attention, your emotions, and your beliefs. Every scroll, every click, every share is a move in a game with incredibly high stakes. But you are not a pawn. The knowledge you've gained is your armor. The critical thinking you'll practice is your sword. In a world of psychological manipulation, awareness is your superpower. Stay aware, stay empowered, and keep unleashing your balance.